Quarantine from her house, here's today's host, Ashley Black.
Hey guys. All right. Better late than never. Okay. Well, first of all, I want to apologize. Just having a little bit of technical issues. Thank you all for joining us on Fresh Take, Jet Fresh Flowers. First one, we had a common case of the Safari versus Chrome situation, and for all you Apple users, sometimes you don't get to connect. This is right now working out to be better for Chrome. Learning, these are just little learning curves that we're going through. So I appreciate you bearing with us and kind of just going in on it a little fast now that we're unfortunately 30 minutes late. So again, I apologize, but thank you so much for bearing with us, and yeah, let's hope it goes well. So for Fresh Take, we thought while we were here on quarantine, this is a great opportunity to be able to sit down face to face, have some really, in-depth conversations, get good heart to heart, and get a fresh perspective, a fresh take on things, on what's going on in the flower industry with them from some different voices. So for our first episode, we thought it would be great to have one of our own, and who better than a trailblazer for Jet Fresh. She's been with us from the beginning, and we're so excited. From Ecuador, we have our amazing Juanita Coloma. All right, hold on, we're gonna get her in here. Yay!
Hi, Ashley. Hi, everybody.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
Very happy to share this moment with you.
Thank you, and thank you for your patience in getting us started.
It's okay. It's not the worst thing that is happening right now in the world.
Very true. Before we jump into that, I wanted our audience to learn a little bit more about you. They don't know maybe what it is that you do for Jet Fresh and things that go on in Ecuador. And if you can tell us a bit about your roles and how long you've been with the company, I think people would really like to hear.
Sure. Well, I know Mike for a long time. I have been working with Jet Fresh for 10 years already on December. I work at the office in Quito. We have other people working over there. And I manage all the buying and the stuff for Central and South America from that office. And also, we have our Jet Fresh farm. 2 years ago, I am the farm director.
That's amazing. You've done so much with just a short amount of time. And we want to know, well, on the topic of COVID, we can bring it up and get it out of the way. How is everyone doing in Ecuador? What's the situation like down there?
Well, luckily everybody's okay at the farm. Everybody's okay at the office. But in general, the situation is not really good in Ecuador. I know you have heard many news about it. Unfortunately, we are like in the first place of the news right now, unfortunately, because of this. But not in Quito exactly, but in Guayas, that is in the coast of the Pacific. It's a state, Guayas. The capital is Guayaquil. After Quito is the biggest city in Ecuador. Is where is the main thing is happening. I mean, we have people that is with the COVID already all over Ecuador. But like the 70% of it is in Guayaquil. Okay. Here in Quito, I think that we are in a mandatory lockdown, almost three weeks. Wow. And I think that since the beginning, the authorities have been changing some things, to control how the people is out there and how the people is going to do some shop of the basic things. Some people related with basic business and health, etc. They can move to their jobs without a problem, but they need a document. The police is working hard, the military, etc., to control the people. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that we are not the only ones, but people is not so conscious about this, and they are trying to be out like nothing is happening.
Yeah.
But well, fortunately, right now our family, our people, the people we know is fine. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. It's great to be able to see you and to have this connection, even though, we can't fly to Ecuador so easily. I wanted to ask, is flowers being viewed as an essential business? Are they allowed to, what are the limitations with operating right now?
Okay, so it's part of the agricultural business, right? So then we are allowed to go to our businesses, but not to the office. I mean, to the farms.
Yeah.
And that's really good, because in that way we can take care of our plants. If the plants you don't take attention for 1 day, 2 days, you're gonna have a big disaster. So we're lucky that we can do that.
Yeah.
And we need a document. But what we try to do at the farm is not to have everybody working at the same time, but to work like in shifts, and everybody's protected, with their masks. We are also measuring the temperature when the people is coming in, also trying to fumigate the cars, and the access is limited.
Yeah. How many people do you say are on staff on a daily basis?
Okay, we have around 60 people, and right now we have in the shifts like 25.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
25, yeah. It's not the same, but I think that the most important thing is to focus in what we have achieved as a quality.
Mm-hmm.
As the plants, it's not only the flower we cut that has to have a quality, it's also the plant, the sicknesses, because if you don't do those kind of things, really in a couple of days you're gonna be selling bugs instead of flowers.
No. And then obviously this is our prime time, April. I mean, we should be preparing for Mother's Day, and
exactly.
And are you seeing anybody? Is there still an interest from the farm of people considering moving forward, or trying to still celebrate, or what are you seeing so far?
My feeling is that flowers always gives us a release, and I really think that in this time, humanity needs that. To hold. Now that you cannot be close to somebody, we can send a flower and let them know that we are thinking or worried about them in that way. So I really think that the people in the business is trying hard to keep it going, mm-hmm. to find solutions to the lack of people, to the lack of transportation, maybe supplies that we need to have in advance. But I really think that we're going to have kind of Mother's Day. I think that also this situation helped us to remember that we have a mother that we wanted to have more time together, etc., to let her know that we are thinking about her, to the people that cannot be close to them. So I think that we're going to have some kind of a Mother's Day, and we as a farm, we are working on that. We're going to have shipments the best we can, of course, always protecting our people. Absolutely. Of course, that is our priority.
Yeah, and that's why we're here, and we're doing this remotely, and just doing whatever we can to reduce the impact.
Sure.
Do you foresee any issues coming for Mother's Day, shipping and the logistics side of it, or any opportunity?
No, I just think that the best we can do is to avoid to work every day, maybe to work in advance a little bit with our customers, be more with more information, with more in contact with them, so we can plan to do in the best precise way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we're going to have any issue.
No issue.
Not us, not our farm, because what we did is that we are just trying to keep our quality. We didn't do big cuts. We didn't do big things to make our plants to sleep. We are just keeping our production normally. Sadly, sending all the flowers to the trash. The days we're not shipping, but we are doing our normal job in the plants. So we're gonna be ready anytime.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate how many stems had to be cut, and you guys are composting, and just everything that you guys are doing over there.
Really bad, because behind every stem, it's not only money, but it's a lot of work, a lot of time that people hard working. The people have already visited some farms. They know how hard the people work over there, and it's really sad that we have to send all of that to the trash.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry to hear that. How are you and Carlos managing it? So for some of you guys who don't know, Juanita and Carlos are also a husband and wife team, and we love to have husband and wife teams in JFF, and I think we keep the energy alive. How are you guys managing the farm and quarantine? What's your day-to-day looking like?
Well, it's not the same being at home that being in the farm, but we try to do it remotely. We're very lucky that we have very reliable people at the farm that live close to the farm, so they are working and handling everything. But what we do is we try to do everything by phone, everything by emails. Fortunately, we have a system that helps us to check production, check inventories, etc. that we have at the farm. Yeah. So we try to do our best. It's not the same. We really miss to be at the farm, but we try to do it. And meanwhile, we are trying to be at home the whole day. My kid is taking classes by internet. He has homeworks, and I really hate to cook and cleaning, and I have to do it.
It's like it was fun for the first week or two, and now a month down, you're like, no more. I need a break.
Yeah, I don't want to be public, but I'm not good cooking. I'm not good at cooking, so I just really miss really good food.
Yeah, either. Don't worry. We're still eating. We're healthy. I'm eating more than I usually do. So.
Yeah. Right now, my husband is fighting with one of my cats, so I don't know where is he right now.
Oh man. Well, are you guys having challenges working so close to each other, and now you're in the same environment versus one being in the office, one being at the farm?
Well, I had to tell you that was at the beginning, like a couple of years ago when we started at the farm. It was kind of difficult for us, but I was not going every day to the farm. I just went like 2 days every week, so I was not watching him the whole day every day. No, so I think that we handled pretty good. We handled that pretty good.
You have a good system. And who's overseeing the farm right now, as far as taking over for Carlos?
Yeah, we have our technical manager, and we have our post-harvest manager, and the office manager. They all live close to the farm.
Okay.
So they are the technical is going every day. The post-harvest manager is going only the days that we are shipping. That so far are 3 days every week, and the office manager is helping me with the information. Yeah, we are. I think that this is just part of the communication, and I'm glad that we can do this in this very bad season circumstances, but it helps us to be prepared for other circumstances. People goes on vacation, people has a family things, so it's good that we have this experience.
Definitely. Are you seeing the same level of production that we expected to be available for Mother's Day? Are we still color enhancing? Are we still doing the same stuff that Growers offers?
Yes. Okay. So we are a farm that have a steady production. We don't do big pinches, so we don't expect to have a big production for Mother's Day. Just a couple of varieties, and we just have this steady production for the whole year. We have a lot of new varieties coming, so we don't suffer for the production of those varieties. We just build the plants for future to have longer stems, good quality. So we're gonna have the production we regularly have for our customers, and if they have some special orders, of course we can prepare. About the tinted roses, we're doing a shipment for Friday, so be ready for our customers. I think that you're gonna have next Monday in Miami ready for you.
That's awesome. What's the turnaround time for an order from the farm to either be farm direct or arrived in Miami?
If you call me, for example, today before 12, we can ship it today. It's flying tomorrow, and it's going to be on Thursday. morning in Miami, ready for you guys. And of course, we also always keep inventory in Miami. So if you are late with your orders for the farm, you're always can to call to Miami inventory, and you're gonna have ready your boxes over there.
That's perfect. Unfortunately, we don't have any the pictures I wanted to show with the varieties. But if there was something that that you wanted to give a shout out to, something new that we have coming or you're excited about.
Well, I need to tell you that I cannot choose a favorite right now because
they're all your babies.
yes, they are all my babies. Of course, for me, the funky cold Medina is like a crazy thing that's out of this world. Every time you see one rose is different to the other one. Definitely. But we have this new hotspot. We have the Havana. We have the Phoenix. We have the Nexus, the Tropic Crash, the Mia. I'm just missing something right now, but I just think that we have a great selection. Great selection.
That's a great name drop. I'm obsessed with Phoenix. I think that one's just going to be killer. If you have not
the shape is fabulous,
and it's just so beautiful. Oh my God, yeah, the varieties that we carry, I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
How
lighthouse the color now.
It's a staple year round. Lighthouse by our friends United Selections. They are just amazing, and this variety just, oh my God, I wish I could show it to you. I'm sorry, I'm working with a different broadcast than what we.
You know, that's the only bad thing about working from home, that we normally do videos at the farm. We normally show the pictures of how the people is working, how we visited our coolers, and we show them alive things to our customers, to our friends, and now we can't do that. That's one bad part that we can't fix right now.
I know. I'm not a fan of all of this, having to be in front of the camera. We prefer to be behind the scenes, let our flowers be the focus. Right now, you got to hear my lisp and deal with all that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask, how is the rest of the flower industry for South America? And I mean, how are other farms working and handling this that you've seen from our colleagues personally?
Well, I think we are part of Expo Flores here, our farm, and I think that we're getting a very big and nice support from them, giving us information about the decisions that the government is taking, about advices how to handle the job with people, etc. And I haven't heard any case of COVID on the people that I know, fortunately. But of course, we're all having challenges. We're all having challenges that we need to face, and let's see how it goes.
Do you feel like our farm, being a boutique farm, is able to manage the situation and still work with the reduced amount, but where a larger scale may have a harder time working with this whole social distancing situation? Do you
Definitely, because we have 60 people. Some other farms, they have 60 people like every Saturday. Exactly. And of course, if I see that amount of flowers that we are sending to the trash, I cannot imagine all the challenges that are happening in other farms with people, with production, with inventory. It must be very hard. I think that, of course, everyone wants to have more hectares and more production, but right now I don't feel jealous about it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay to be, these are the opportunities that we're all encountering, and it's like, are you lucky to have one kid at home doing homework or having
exactly about homework, forget feeding. One kid is better than feeding two, believe me.
Exactly. As far as importing goes, I mean, obviously we can still get roses. Are we is there certain things that we're not able to bring into Miami at this time, or just in a reduced amount? Or what are you seeing as far as us importing?
I guess that JetFresh has the capacity to do it. Mm-hmm. We, as you know, always Mike is buying and having some stuff for the people that is ready to buy. I don't think we'll have any problem. We're already talking with the cargo agencies for Mother's Day shipments. So I think that everybody is doing their big efforts for keeping this moving.
Yeah, that's awesome. You mentioned Expo Flores, being a supporter in this. Is the government doing anything to help the agriculture side?
Well, we have they have been taking some decisions little by little. We have the taxes deferral. They are going to give us loans. But at the same time, it's they are not giving really help to promote the business, to keep and to be successful later. I don't think that they are doing that. And they are taking some percentage of our salaries too,
Really?
to help. Not only for public, but also for private people that have a basic salary, they are taking percentage of our salary. And so I don't know. I think it's really difficult. That Ecuador have had political issues also, and we have a long story about that. But after all, remember also we had this problem in October with the strikes.
Yeah, with the gas.
So we were already suffering this situation and kind of an urgent things to solve, and now we have this. So it's going to be very challenging. I don't see the government really helping, promoting this, supporting. They are just taking small decisions little by little. That I don't think that is a real help that they are doing.
Do you feel like they responded quick enough with the coronavirus? Or
oh no, come on, no. Many of the people that were visiting Ecuador were from Spain and Italy, because 10 years ago we had a lot of Ecuadorian people going to live in those countries. Yeah. So when they were coming, they were visiting families, and that's how it started. And we had one case, I think it was on the February 29th. Mm-hmm. It's half and a week, a month and a half right now. And right now we have 7,000 cases.
Yeah.
We had the time to be prepared. We had the time, but no. Of course, the health was not supported. The health system was not enough. Right now, the hospitals are overwhelmed. Yeah. And it's not a good thing. They didn't react fast at all.
Everything's in hindsight in this situation, right? All that we can do is just do our best to keep our team safe, make sure our families are safe.
Exactly. Taking the smart decisions little by little too. I'm criticizing the government, but at the same time, I think that we need to take decisions at the farm, at the companies, with very smart thinking a lot and trying to solve everything. 1 hour later, maybe you take another decision, but you need to adapt to the situation.
Yeah. I think you guys are doing amazing, making sure that everyone's got, they're properly covered, they're wearing their masks, they're wearing gloves, you guys are checking their temperatures, right? There's so many different precautions. Are you seeing, I hate to even ask, but changes in temperatures? Are people feeling differently, or just being exposed in time?
No, so far, the state that is Cotopaxi, where the farm is located, there are not many cases. There are 9, but that doesn't mean that we don't need to be protected and thinking in the future maybe it's going to happen. Yeah. So far, we don't have any issue like that. But anyway, we're taking all the measures.
That's wonderful. Yeah, mm-hmm. That's really the best that you can do. And how do you think that the flower industry is going to be able to, to move forward, or where do you see us, once this is all over?
Well, I just think that this is the the science book that we studied in the school. We knew that about the species that need to adapt to survive. I just see this situation like that. It's all the companies, we need to be adapted to this situation. As I told you, take some smart decisions and need to work together, be able to communicate, to find solutions together. I think that also this time helped us to make a purge of providers, customers, family, friends, because you would see how these people react to all these things. And I think we all of us had time to check all these things in our companies, and I think we're gonna have a bigger view after all this, and that's gonna help us to adapt and be successful. And of course, to have good leaders, as the JetFresh case is, with Mike, I really feel confident that we're gonna be successful after all the situation.
Yeah, big shout out to
I'm confident.
Yes, yeah. Not only for just keeping us motivated, keeping us positive and focused, not wanting to throw in the towel here, and to be proactive, right? To see all the ways and all the things that are available to you to keep your business going, and to help the livelihood of not only yourself but the people you have working for you. So really,
yes,
and
it's
yeah.
Yeah, no, I was about to tell you that, for example, right now, Airbnb, that you would say, no, that company is going to break. They don't have a solution for their business. Now they are offering, for example, how to meditate with sheep online. We're Buddhist. I don't know how to spend your quarantine in Airbnb. They are adapting. You would say those companies are not going to survive, but they are adapting to the situation, and maybe they do even better. And also in the cases of the farms, I think that many farms are eradicating some varieties that were not successful already. I'm sure that it's going to be less product after this, because for those hectares that are not producing right now, it's going to take 1 year to have that production in the market.
Okay.
So I think that there's going to be less production, and that's going to help us, everybody, to have better prices and to focus on the quality of the varieties are already producing.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, you really need to
let's keep alive the business. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And stay creative and see what are the things that are working, and, maybe invest your time on those items, and then pull back a little bit less, just because right now resources aren't as available. We got to be smart. It's the only reason why we're here doing this and incurring technical difficulties. It's because we have to push ourselves to try something new. And
let's bloom again.
Yes, definitely. I had all these photos ready to go to include in our stuff, but we'll get a little more fancy next time.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Well, Juanita, I want to thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you, Ashley.
It's been such a pleasure. I hope you guys stay safe, and
you too, please.
Try to find some recipes online. Maybe might inspired a little bit.
Please, any suggestion you can send me. I'm open for everyone.
Yeah, I'll be sure.
But please include every detail. Don't think that I know all the details.
No. I need to go by instructions.
Yes.
The recipe's gone. I'm sorry, I can't improvise.
Okay, thank you, Ashley.
You guys give my best to everyone at the farm, and to Carlos and to Damien. Hang in there. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Until next time.
You too. You too. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Everyone. Ryan, the sound effects. All right, thank you guys. We will keep you updated. I appreciate everybody who was staying on, and all the viewers and the comments. We're going to figure this out. I promise. We're going to get better at it. Don't worry. But, these are all growing pains. And that's the whole point why you watch live, right? You want to see what's going to go wrong live. So here we are. I'm Ashley Black, marketing. I like to be behind the camera, so you got to seal my face today. But no, thank you. Thank you again to Juanita. And please stay safe, stay healthy, do everything that you can to help our overwhelmed first responders. All right, social distance. But remember, flowers make everybody happy, and Mother's Day is coming up. Just stay looking forward. We're gonna get through this. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.